Okay, good evening, everybody. How are we doing on this lovely Monday evening? At least it's evening where I am. Can't speak for where you are. It's cold today, though. Although that's more a factor of me than the times. So, yeah. To do a couple things. Let me think about it. Okay. Probably dark grey. Doing a couple different things today, hopefully. We'll see how we go. Last stream I actually do a lot more than I planned to do, so who knows. I wanted to change a couple things with the window here because that is a weird screen size. Screen sizes, common game screen sizes, really. I imagine that was my stream ping, yep. Probably get a couple more people dropping in. I don't know how Twitch does this. Do I have to send out the notification manually every time? I'm not sure. Thing is, the nice stream data and stuff doesn't really change. Very cool, I get to make his phone. It's nice. Sorry. Quick distraction there. Never mind. We'll just carry on as we are. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how big the canvas for this game should be. All things considered, it doesn't have to be that big. It just has a number of different options. I normally make quite small games. This is quite a bit larger than usual for me, so yeah. Let's see. The thing is, it kind of has to be square because it's a racing game, so you kind of need equal visibility all the way around. Or at the very least, you can kind of get away with 4:3. So take what you will with that. 600 maybe. And to be honest, I probably will half it. Oh, for crying out loud. I hate it when stuff does that. Anyway. Yeah, let's try it with that. So 480 for both. How does that look? That looks pretty crisp. I mean, there's absolutely no way to know how it's going to look on my screen compared to anyone else's, but it looks alright. Doesn't feel like it's too constrained. I've got the wet fill wrong here. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Because that's actually the same for both. If I'm using 480, just testing stuff. Yeah, that's not where I want that to be. Guess we do that and see what it looks like. It's nothing too exciting right now, but that at least is centered correctly, so that's nice. I mean, the colours are off. Not particularly pleasant. It's okay. This is all coming together in pieces as we go. What do I want it to say? It's going to be really simple. It's just going to be like, congratulations, you finished the lap, or something. Congratulations, you've completed the track in moves. Well, we'll probably have that as two separate things. Size. I don't know how to do like delete up to the next comma or something. That would be really handy. There's probably a way of doing it, but because then I can at least do top left x, top y x, no, top left y, and the colour is white, just for the contrast. And then this is easy enough to add 8 to, like that, and we can basically go course, time taken. I need to figure out the number of moves. That's actually going to be statically, well, not static, that's the wrong word for it, but it's going to be moves equals view model dot player move count, like that. Crashes, player crash count. Like that. Crashes. Crashes. Nice. Nice and easy. Yes. Bam, bam, bam. See the thing, it's up in the corner. Oh, okay, well that's wider than we can actually handle anyway, that's fine. That looks alright. Do I want to display the number of moves the whole way during the race? And if so, I'm probably going to hide it at the end, right? So, finished. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so we can do print. This stuff can basically all disappear when the thing is finished. With play.finished. Well, it's not finished. Do that stuff. Keep the player there for the moment. That can go over there. That can go up there as well. I'll keep that for the whole time because that's UI stuff. Keep the map rendered. And go. So I'd expect this stuff to disappear, and it doesn't. So how do we track that the player finished? We never set that. Good job. Okay, actions, finish event. Finished equal true. Oh, actually, do we do that here? Or do we do that in the other stuff? Because I could do that here, or I could go into the model. Wow, my hands are not doing the job today. Finish event. I guess we don't actually care too much about the events here. So yeah, the other option is that you do it down here and you say else if event is a finish event, then event.act.finished true. The question is really whether it matters if I do it here or there. I guess there could be reasons that you might not want to do it up here, so you can't blindly assume that we finished. So we'll take it out, because I guess what could happen is you could count the number of laps or something out here, and that's better to do in the game model logic rather than this particular actions logic. Yeah, that's the right way to do it. Okay. So now I would expect that, oh, yeah. Model finish event. Problem is, it's going to sound really weird if I start saying finish event over and over and over. Get a bit of semantic satiation going on. Bam, and it disappeared. You get this nice UI. It's not a nice UI, but we're coming to it. Import context leaderboard. View. Super view. The animation class doesn't actually have a constructor to inherit, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, hello and good evening to anyone watching. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat while I'm working. I'm happy to answer all sorts of things. I am working on my entry for a game by its cover jam, which is a wonderful game jam based on the Famicase exhibition. So yeah, fire off any questions you want, or otherwise say hello, whatever. Otherwise I'm just going to keep talking to myself, I guess. Had a really good stream last week, actually. Did a bit of dome development, as well as a bunch of other stuff. I tidied up a little bit before today, but got roughly 2 weeks to go for this game jam, so I feel like we can get it somewhere pretty polished, art withstanding. So we'll see how we go. Okay. Congratulations. We'll bring that one down to here for now. Occasionally, I do wish that I had put a cursor in for things like this, but it's not really worth it. Size of 2. Congratulations has got how many characters in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. Sorry, jumping around a little bit. I want to put a button in a moment. Bam. Congratulations gets centered. This stuff goes in underneath it. I moved 3 times. I crashed that many times. noticed that the font has got that sort of thin line at the bottom there, but I guess that makes sense. Nothing terrible. So cdx is UI context.new. I don't think there's anything extra to that, but I can always open up the UI. Have a look. And then we'll do if button dot do try again. And we'll put it, to be honest, this stuff needs to move up here. Size, let's just use it as is. Size equals size, we'll just yank that for both actually, just so I don't have to redo all of those right now. Size minus whatever the width of the button will end up being, which I think is an extra character above, so 9, so 10 times 4. And then it is a little bit weird, I suppose, that we have to deal with UI positioning stuff in the update, even though it's not really being worried about until the draw. But apart from that, this sort of UI is actually quite pleasant to work with. Top left X plus size minus 16. CTX like that. Just check I got all the things, and then CTX dot execute like that. Chances are I crash something, other than the vehicle I'm driving, I guess. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, much better. Oh, did I? I did, didn't I? I've got to give it a UI as a vector. I'll do, which I suppose makes some amount of sense, but ugh. Board UI. Because then that's all of that bit. Wait, button pause, and then button size. To be honest, we should probably calculate that one first, but it's no big deal. Vector new, 16 tall, and 40 wide. Actually, that's 80 wide. button size.x over 2 like that. Button size.y. Like so. But no button on screen. Why is that? Am I just drawing it in the wrong place? CTX. Oh. It helps to do that. Not by much, but it would. That's interesting. I kind of feel like this doesn't actually get called. Let's just double check. Just in case, because you never know. Nope, it is. Okay, that's something else then. Oh, hold on though. What the hell was that? That is a big number for button size. My button position even. No wonder. Helps not to send it horrifically off screen. There we go, that's a button. It's in the wrong place, but that's a start. So if we try again. Like that, I think. I could have probably done some interesting vector maths with that, but it's fine. View.controller.push. Whatever the track was, I guess. So I'd need to do view.track.name, file name. Don't know, there's a okay. Sort of weaving our way through a bunch of different issues right now. Because it occurs to me that the fact that we load the track independently of the player's data, at least its starting position, is a bit of a red flag to me, for convenience's sake. But that should probably be view.track file name. Or at least track.path. There's probably some bonus bits to that we'll come back to, but I mean, let's check that the necessary APIs for all of that stuff work together. I mean, there's no track, so no problem. So what I expect to happen here is that it'll load the whole thing without a player, or there'll be no track. And it's because we actually pass in a game model, not a track here. So you have to do a few extra jumps to get out the things you actually want. Alright, so does the model give us the track? It doesn't, but we can go and make sure that we can get it. Which is probably bad behavior, but I don't care. We don't modify it through there, hopefully. That, and then so track doesn't necessarily need to be past anything about where it got its data from. But we should be able to set it if we have it. The chances are that we probably got it that way. Sorry, I just missed a thing I need to get rid of because that was unpleasant. Ugh. Had a fly in my drink. Anyway. Yeah, I'm making a lot of jumps here, which is generally considered to be an anti-pattern. That's okay though. Okay, so really the game model should be generating stuff from the track, like the map and whatever else, I guess. So, well, I suppose you can delegate that responsibility around, but it shouldn't be in the main where it is right now. It's doing this whole thing here. Basically end up with that. Okay, so that doesn't break anything. Again, track does not implement begin. Oh. Game view, top begin. Let's see how that looks. Sorry, a lot of brain crunching here to get things refactored up how I want them. Track does not implement player, so because I didn't actually create a game model that way. So, game view. Model, top level. That all seems to check out properly this time. But there should be, between here and here, one of those. Let's have another look. Bam, bam. Hey, that looked a lot better, didn't it? Because then you can retry. There's a lot of rereads of that. Seems okay. I'd also expect that to have been cached, but... see if the handler itself is firing repeatedly. I wouldn't expect it to be, but it is. That's not good. What's it doing? We're only doing one of these. Oh. That could have messed up all sorts of things. I bet this looks a bit odd now, speed-wise. Everything will feel a little slower. 2, 3. Because we were doing the iteration on the animations 4 times a frame. That's better. But at least you can reset the game and drive around, actually see yourself crashing a bit. Tells you that you crashed a few times, moved a lot, and then you can try again, everything's reset. Nice, okay. Let's throw in the button. For next, I suppose. Actually, don't need that. Go here, go here. I should probably actually put the button somewhere useful. Now these are different. I don't have the bars anymore because they're new. That'll actually be 100 because maybe they're about the same width actually, now that I look at it. We can try it like that. I think it puts a small border around it. Because I was testing this earlier and I thought that the animation for the countdowns was a little fast, so I'm glad that I now know why. But now you end up at least over here. Oh, but it doesn't know what to do to resume that. That's interesting. How strange. Oh. Could it be? No. It could not be. Maybe. We'll try anyway. Come in here, you do that, you do that. You finish. Go to the main menu. Things are pretty good. You go over here and you crash. So what's null that shouldn't be null? Because it could be any number of things. So let's see. Because that's what I expect to see. Interesting. So the game view disappears when you go back. Or at least the concept of a game view disappears when you go back. It's very odd. It's really odd. Sorry, my brain's crashed a bit. Because it's in the main menu, but for whatever reason, the main menu can't resolve this to be right. Most likely this actually needs to be down here. Something like that. It's probably dependency management. It's the main reason that this stuff happens. This is one of the weirdnesses around Dome. There we go. I do hate dealing with cyclic dependencies in Ren. That is one of the things that catches me out every single time. But I still run into problems like this, so why are you null now? Probably for that sort of thing. Because it ends up being a figure out what dependencies should be at the bottom of the process rather than the top type issue. That seems to have fixed it. Okay. I guess that it gets called from the top level and some weird timing stuff happens in there. Like, there's some argument for only importing stuff as you need it, but that leads to weirdness on its own as well. I think I need to change how this button works a little bit as well, but that's at least half of the job done. Yeah, because that doesn't look so nice at smaller display screen. But you could do that, and it would handle pretty well. It's just the reason I don't like it this size is just that you can't actually see where you're going, which is problematic, and it wrecks the text for things like that, I guess. So let's bring that back up. 480 felt like a good compromise as far as screen display size goes. I mean, the UI sucks, but at least you get a reasonable view, everything looks the right sort of proportion, it all moves pretty smoothly. That, I have to change the color of that. I also need a quit button. Let's yeah. Let me just put in this quit button real quick. Quit. After 28. What's that, 34, 44? Process.exit 0. Actually, I could probably get away with doing that. It shouldn't cause issues. but you never know. Let's see. Seems fine. Mm, 44, that should actually probably be a bit bigger because I got it exactly. So that should probably be 52. Like that, and out of the right spacing, you can quit. So that's nice. I'm going to just do a quick status check. Start around, commit. Pushed. Model set up into the model for complete game loop. And by game loop there I actually mean like core loop, so the behavioral loop of the game where you can start a game, play a game, finish a game, restart a game. The behavioral loop, rather than the game loop that happens every frame. Nice. Progress. So, strictly speaking, hello there, Gold Ninja. This is Dome. This is my custom framework, which is available for anybody to download and make games with. I can put up the website for you right now. It is domeengine.com. So I'm programming in the Ren programming language. It's a little scripting language. It's kind of like Lua, but with a few modifications and things that I think bring it a bit closer to something more familiar to the programmer type, anyway. So, yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot them in over. I am happy to answer whatever questions you have while I'm doing what I'm doing. We also have a Discord, if you feel like that kind of type as well. You want to follow the development of things, see what people are making. Yeah. Thank you for dropping by. Lost my train of thought for a moment there. So, yeah, this is probably a lot more going on than... so I'm doing ALLNIGHTER. Well, the setting for my game is based on ALLNIGHTER, but I also borrowed from another one as well. Okay, so yeah, that's the cart for this one. No, fortunately not. I'm not planning to sit here all night and code this up. That would be much more than I can possibly handle, all things considered. Yeah, so that's that one. I mean, that's impressive. I tend to crash out at the latest around 1 o'clock in the morning. If I was gonna try, I think the latest I've ever managed to stay up till is about 3 in the morning. It's I'm not built for the all-nighter type thing, but it's fine. So the setting of the world that I imagine when I'm working on this is coming from the ALLNIGHTER cartridge, but the game concept is coming from another one, which was called P71, and I don't remember where in the listing it was exactly. There are so many good carts this year as well that choosing just one was really difficult for me. There it is. So I had a chat with the creators of both of these carts, and they were happy for me to borrow concepts from them both. Oh, nice. Arcane looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty good anyway. So yeah, what I'm making is a turn-based anti-gravity racing game. And I think that so far it's come together pretty well. Let me just pull it up real quick. So, because I'm penned in by the finish line over here, it's not actually obvious to tell. But the idea is that each turn, you pick a space to move to based on your current speed. So with a speed of 1, I can go here, or I can increase my speed up a gear to the next one. And I'm moving at a second speed. And it changes. Let me modify the track real quick. So I've got I have a track editor. That. Because trying to do hex grids is impossible otherwise. So let's say that the finish line is over here. Save that. Load it back up. Oh, now my machine is apparently crashing and not behaving correctly. This happens. So yeah, when you're not moving, you can go in any direction. And then as you increase in speed, you obviously end up moving further and further away, so steering becomes much harder. And I thought that it was an interesting idea and I wanted to see what I could do with it, so. If you try and get up to a really good speed, you crash. Yeah, I thought so. It's not the kind of movement that I've seen done elsewhere with this sort of restricted placement model too much. The hope was to have enemy AI and other races and be able to tune up your vehicle and things, but a month's jam, there's only so much you can really get done. But I thought it would be interesting from a tactical point of view, even if you're only racing against yourself, I suppose. So I had to change up the concept a bit. That's interesting. I mean, Warhammer, at least the tabletop Warhammer games are all ruler-based, aren't they? So you'd have your maximum range for the ruler, and you'd say, I move up to 4 inches on the table, or up to 12 inches, or whatever the vehicle unit speed was. I don't know if they had a board game with something more fixed. The bit that's interesting to me here is that it's a minimum movement that you have, as you get faster, you can't then pick these squares. So you have to really manage your speed and slow down again to turn corners efficiently. Or at least with less risk, I suppose. You can kind of plan ahead. But you might eventually crash. Because as you get faster, the available choices is doing that. Yeah, I don't... Maybe that's something new then. I haven't played Warhammer for several years. I used to play 40k probably a decade or two ago. Decade and a half, I think, more likely. But it's, yeah, it's sort of a, like, I imagined it as like a gear shift type issue. You're going one gear, you go up a gear, you go same gear, you slow down, you slow down. And at this speed, turning is really easy. It just turns, but as you get further away, turn much slower. Yeah, that's the hope. The hope is to be more tactical. So the thing I have to do soon is make the tracks accommodate that sort of tactical gameplay. This is all testing content right now. So I was just working on the finishing up process here, where you get to see how well you did, compare it to previous scores maybe, and then either go to try another track or try again. And this all went in today, this bit. So, yeah. I need to figure out a way of storing the scores for every track that you play on. Which I suppose is the big thing to deal with, and probably not something I can tackle today. But maybe. Need a DAT file just for the player scores. It would have to be easy to access. I've been making pretty good progress. I'm not going all cylinders on this in my spare time, but yeah. No worries. You can't always devote your whole time to this sort of thing. That's why I like a game by its cover in particular, is because it's a month long or a month and a half long. You can still scope in something pretty small and get something done. Even if it's a small thing. This is obviously not exactly what I envisaged, but it came together pretty quickly. So yeah, anyway, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll see you around again. Who knows? Ugh, I need to fix that. Yeah, you too. Have a good night, sleep, rest. I don't know what you're going to do at 4 in the morning. Yeah. See ya. Just checking this non-check stuff. has to be some kind of stack corruption thing going on. That seems to have solved that one. Nice. Okay. No. What does that leave us with? I wanted to do a proper scoreboard type thing. Attempts and save scores. Let's wait. They do that. There we go. There's no easy way to get date time stuff, so probably not going to be able to do too much with that. Anyway. It'd be nice to have an icon for quitting out to the main screen again. Let's go do that real quick. Nice and simple, big old brown door. I'm sort of going for a accidental 90s theme for these. Fill like that, fill like that. Nice little thing on it there. That, increase the size of that twofold. And it's close enough. Editor. There's the icon for you, that's cool, so I can save. Minus times 2, probably. Try, push. Main menu. That looks alright. Because then you can come in and do that, and close it, and come in and do that, and close it. Go play the track, and crash. Why does it do that? I bet it's something already done like that. Yeah, oh, okay. What if I just don't have to pull in the main menu for things? That'd be kind of nice, but seems unlikely. Yeah, not sure about this. Because if this is going to happen every single time I add new thing, then my brain's going to explode real quick. Let's do that for fun. See what's going on. Bam, bam. So it's not null there. But then it's null afterwards. That's suspicious. What if I do that? Does that then... No, it doesn't change anything. Interesting. Oh, yeah, let's just scene.run versus main scene. Let's just do that because it's bugging me enough. That. And then this should be view and scene. Basically, Ren doesn't do circular dependencies very well, in my experience. So you end up shuffling things around. In this case, I actually need this to be separate from everything else. And I bet all my problems now go away. What do you think? If you're lucky. Bam. Bam. Yeah. And then try and crash. This. Hey there, Adrian. How's it going? How's it going? I'm having a bit of a muse. I'm almost done for the evening, I'm afraid, but well, it's not too much to show beyond the sort of general gameplay concept. But That's one thing, I suppose. Just dealing with some sticky engine issues. I'm almost at the point where I can just sit down and make a lot of tracks, which is a pretty big milestone, all things considered. Oh, damn it. I was doing so well. Yeah, I'm dealing with a few issues like this at the moment. Where's that roll? Oh, that's cool. It's a cool enough concept, so it's always nice to see how different people interpret an idea. Yeah, that's a reasonable way to go. Very PlayStation 1 Wipeout style, I guess. Or you could do, well, there's loads of ways of doing it. I'm not 3D inclined, so you get top-down pixel art type things from me. What's up with my brain? I'm obviously doing something strange by borrowing ideas from somewhere else as well, so it'll be very different. This stuff should be down here. Oh, thanks. I like working with code rather than a sort of graphical engine, so that's the way I do things. It's a bit of a mess, if I'm honest, but it's doing the job. I just balked everything. What? It's that one. Chances are that I get all the way over here and it will just crash again. No, it didn't crash. That could be a good sign, but it could also just be something else hidden somewhere else. So, consider me worried. To do like a harder board type thing. Okay, that seems to have resolved all the issues, so I'm gonna back away real slow now. Ugh. have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you're at least a little excited in what I have in the works. It's not amazing, but it's something. Okay, I think that is probably me done for the evening. Sort of a ramble around in architecture and game loop pieces. Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday around the same sort of time. I think we'll try and get file loading and saving for the leaderboard working around then. So, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody who came to join me today. Hope that you had a good time. And catch you later.